Hello from the dung heap, everybody. These are my friends. A lot of
Hi,
them.
friends.
There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
And we're live. Hello. SPTV. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Oh, so here we are. Just another manic Monday, right? Hi, everybody. Great to see you all coming in. Kansas Esky Gal. Farrell Cheryl. I'm glad you're okay. I've been worried about you. Glad you're here. She survived a hurricane. I love you, Cheryl. We got Fabulous Mods, Mischief Managed, Stay Spiria, and Georgie Porgy. He's in the back. Or Jersey George. No, I'm not going to call it. He's like, I just woke up. Leave me alone. Hey, James Steele, Granny G. Good to see you. Who else am I missing? Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Traveltology, new member. Awesome. I got a new cup. Yes. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. So, who else we got here? Purple Light. Hi there. Susan P. Kathy Scoggins. Anna from Canada. Asen. Yeah, we got all the usual suspects. I love it, love it. Irish Mart. Hi there, friend. Oh, yes. Thank you, George. Let me put this up. George says, please check out, oops. I can see it better if I read it over here. Please check out the newest kit on the SPTV block, and it is Church of Satirology. And it's got a video. I don't know. It's an anonymous person. It's not George. It's not literally no one that's doing these satires, and it is hilarious. It's funny. You have to check it out. Very, very cool. Hey, Eric Rader. Good to see you, friend. Glad you're here. We've got DS Kitty Diane. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you got to catch a live. Awesome. TKK, hey there. Okay, I'm gonna put this up. I had to read it first. I'll put this up, and I'm a slow reader, so bear with me. Chaya Fabulosis. Where can I type out my spiciness where I won't get deleted? I know not here, but I know people will agree with me and need a little validation. I know Marilyn would agree with me, but I don't want to spread negativity. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I really don't want any, mentioning names or of other creators, anything like that. As far as your question, I think you can express yourself without mentioning names. A little spiciness is okay, but yeah, I understand not everybody, but quite a few people are upset, distressed over some things that have been going on, especially this past week, and I understand. I understand because honestly, I took yesterday off. I needed a break. I just couldn't. I shut off. SBTV. I did pop into, I think, Free Xenu Project, his stream. He was meeting up with Windy City, Thetan Watch in Chicago, and Windy did a room raid over on his channel. And then Cubs Champion was one of my favorites from Boston because I'm from the Boston area. We would park the cars. I was born out near Boston. So yeah, it just has a special place in my heart. And I'm so glad he's out there every day. No fanfare, people just doing their things. And I'm just catching my eye. Eric Rader out there for hours and hours and hours, putting up the flyers, keeping going without any thanks, without any, drama, fanfare, whatever. They just happen to be men. There's plenty of wonderful, amazing women that are out there as well. And every gender, right? Anybody going out there and doing the work, doing Z News work. I appreciate all of them. I really do. So I wanted to take some time yesterday in between family parties and events. We had to go to, well, we didn't have to, but we went to a gig of my sons. Both sons were playing together, and we did some leaf peeping on the way. Took some great pictures. They're on my community page if you haven't seen them. Duncan, the really bright, pretty ones are Duncan, and the really dull ones are mine, because I don't have, I have a terrible camera on my phone, so it's not that pretty. But yeah, check that out. And I just needed a break to go and look at leaves and listen to music and hang out with my kids and all that. So I just want to say, take care of yourself. And I also just want to do a little bit of housekeeping in here. And I said this the other day as well, is that we're all here for the same purpose. There's a lot of personalities. If you don't like my style, you don't like my channel, or you don't like my mods, I totally understand. You don't, it won't hurt my feelings if you don't stay. But whatever the mods do, that goes. I've said this before. I want to clarify something. I have asked, George is in StreamYard. I have asked them if they need to delete a comment. They are free to. If it breaks the rules, if it seems like it's not appropriate, they can delete it. But I asked that they do not delete it in StreamYard, and George is the only one that can do that right now, and he hasn't been doing it, so that I can go back later on and sign off on what was deleted. Because, listen, I'm sorry, we can't please everyone here. We're doing our best. We're doing our best to keep things, above board, and to keep this a safe place for everyone. It's not, by safe place and free speech, I don't mean people can just, shoot off at the hip and just, fire insults at people. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all. The other thing is, another housekeeping thing is, the last couple streams I've had my internet's kind of hiccuped and will just bump me off, and then I got to reboot real quick and come back on. If that happens, just be patient. It should only be a minute or two, but I'm going to knock on wood and hope that doesn't happen. So who else we got here? Thank you, everybody, for coming. We got Constance June. Hey there. And hey, Alan Valentine. Hey, buddy. Hey, Marilyn. Much love to you and your family. Miss you all. I know. I miss you too. I miss you and Hef. I hope you're having a fabulous time. Congratulations again on the engagement of the happy couple. I got to spend almost a whole week with them, and Georgie came up too. We won't mention where he lives. Anyways, I like to pick on him. Atkins in Texas, hi there. What's we got? Rika, hello. Angry Me, hey there. Angry Me, I agree. I have so many comments and questions. Yeah, if they're respectful and legitimate questions, absolutely bring them on. I mean, I don't have all the answers, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't tell people, oh, you can't talk about that. But there's a way to put things that is appropriate. And speaking of appropriate, we got the inappropriate heifer here. Hi, sweetheart. Good to see you. Wow, you guys are up early. You're almost on U.S. time. Any? What else we got? Just trying to catch up here, and then I'll go back to the start. And I've got something I want to read to you and talk about it. Freya the dog, hey there. Good to see you. Asen, comment, your mods are the best, and I don't just say that, Marilyn. Other than that, everyone has different tastes. Yeah, absolutely. You don't need to watch everything, and you don't need to announce that you're leaving. Yeah, fair enough. I agree with that. Thank you for that. Uh, did I say hi to Freya? I did, I think. And we got G Buddy Neverin. Hey there. Good to be off today and catch a live. Awesome. Glad you're here. Oh, it's 4 p.m. in Sweden. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible that some mods have a bad name. I stay away from these channels. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Let's go through the start, and then I have something I want to read to you, and we'll discuss. Shall discuss. And again, here's that the new channel with the satire is really good. Jane Steele says, Stay Spirit, I've been working all weekend on some funnies. Hope they're up to standard. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the dad jokes. Oh, that's so funny. Joel, hey there. Good morning, Joel. In my house, when we have burnt biscuits, it means my wife is cooking. Oh, come on. I bet they're good biscuits. James Steele, after 2 years, I finally finished writing my book, The Clock. I know. It's about bloody time. Wow, that's a good one. That's pretty good. Yeah. Irish Smart. In my humble opinion, the mods here are awesome. Thank you. George is doing the little dance. Yes, he's awesome. Yes, I'm very, very fortunate to have the mods that I have. Awesome. We're a good team. I hope they agree. George Massey, I think the Jersey George jibe is a giveaway. Just say it. Oh my god. I just like to say it. It's just fun to say. Oh, doing some porch drinking. Inappropriate have. We're sitting on the porch drinking coffee, staring at the lake. Ah, so romantic. I hope you don't have any more scary sounds like last night. Chaya Fabulosus. I am shocked at the level some creators have of what's called mean character syndrome. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is. I mean, I can guess main character is somebody that wants all the the spotlight. Yeah, if somebody wants to look that up. I don't say word clear, I say look it up. Google that. Let me know what that exactly means, but I assume it's just somebody wants to be the main focus. I don't know. Chaya Fabulosis of clickbait video where the thumbnail claims receipts will be shown and then not one receipt is shown. Public available website screenshot is not a receipt, FYI. Okay, I hear ya. Yeah, and I'll say this, and when I say I'll say this, I might live to regret it, but it's my truth. I'm going to speak my truth. Even some of the receipts that I've seen and bringing up things from websites, certain keywords I notice are left out, like the word foundation. Certain things have been said that is totally fine is if that's how people interpret them. I'm not going to tell anybody to shut up. It's I've always said this, and I agree with this, and I'm going to still say this is everyone has the right to speak their own truth. Everyone has the right to say what they want, the way they want, how they want, when they want. I will fight for that right. But there's truth and then there's consequences. And sometimes there's consequences for just emoting in public, just saying whatever. And that's fine. If you want to do that, I'm not telling anyone not to. I just personally don't like to sit under that and listen to it because it doesn't feel healthy for my mental health. That's all. I I will stand for a person's right to do that. I tell all the second gens never shut up, and I mean it. They can say whatever they want. But yeah, not everybody's going to agree with them. And if there's a consequence for it, then that's the way it goes, So, yeah, that's all I had to say about that. Asen comment, I guess some people are more prone to the temptation of growing some huge ego as soon as they get power. Some mods fell into that rabbit hole, sadly. Yeah. Uh, um, yeah, I don't disagree with that. Okay. I want to show you the updated community post on Mangotology, Stephen Mango's channel. He is an ex-Scientologist who was at the Celebrity Center in his, I think, late teens, early 20s. And he was treated horribly by Scientology, took all his money, time, everything, kicked him out, or I think he left. I don't remember his whole story. It's on his channel. But I'll say this, I don't know Mango. It's been said that I'm endorsing him and promoting him. I'm not. I don't know him. I don't dislike the guy, and I don't know enough about him to be like, yeah, he's great. I just take at face value what I saw this weekend that he did. He stepped up to the plate when a Scientologist who was escaping, or actually he was kicked out. Chase, his name is, and he did a video with him, and I think he's going to do some more with him as well. Was kicked out on the street, literally, for uh, being gay and not handling his mother correctly or whatever, being a suppressive person or a PTS that was facing basically a court martial, the committee of evidence. And they were telling him one thing, doing another, stringing him along. And he had reached out to the Aftermath Foundation about a month ago because he had what they call blown. And, there's a whole saga about it. I will read briefly. It was capsulized in this post, but I want to just read it. So let me know. Oh, Chance. Oh, thank you, Nora. Oh, appreciate. I don't know why. I don't know why, because I know somebody named Chase. Thank you. Appreciate that, honey. All right. So I just want to read it for whatever it's worth. I think there's some good points in it that he clarifies things that that I misunderstood myself. So yeah, I just want to read it for what it is here. Okay, so I'm switching over on another screen. So if something happens, George, if you can do me a favor and write in the private chat, if all of a sudden I get cut off, let me know. Okay. Okay. Mangotology. This is probably more like 15 hours ago, but it says 13 hours ago. Big update on Chance, addressing common questions, concerns, and clarifying the involvement of two charities, Aftermath and SBTV Foundation. I wanted to take a moment to update everyone on how much we raised, what's happening with Chance now, and what he has planned after being kicked out under the street by Scientology. Let me just scroll down. First off, I want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart on Chance's behalf for the incredibly generous donations. I honestly never thought we'd raise so much money in just 48 hours. Thank you to everyone who stepped up and sent an urgent donation for Chance. We raised approximately $2,000. That's awesome. I said it's awesome. I could see the difference on his face when I saw him today. When we first met, he was broken, sad, and scared. I'll never forget the look in his eyes. Today, though, he seemed so much brighter, more relaxed, and genuinely happier. It eased my mind knowing that the security we all helped provide gave him some peace. I can't thank you enough. I also want to thank everyone who reached out, shared posts and videos, found resources, contacted others who could help, and supported me as I navigated this as a one-man show. I'm not a social worker, and I have never handled a situation like this before. So to everyone who gave suggestions, ideas, and help, thank you. As for an update on Chance, I picked him up this morning and took him to Starbucks. We filmed a video update where he wanted to personally thank everyone and answer some of the common questions. I need to take care of myself, chronic pain related, so it may not get uploaded until sometime tomorrow. Afterward, I dropped him off at the airport for his flight to Denver. Aaron Smith Levin of the SBTV Foundation purchased his flight and gave him $300 in cash before the Mangotologist donated money. And I know, I mean, I don't consider myself a Mangotologist, but I know many of you donated as well. And thank you. I think he's just giving a blanket thank you to anybody, out there that gave. which is awesome. Although I thanked Aaron via text, I want to publicly acknowledge him here for stepping up so quickly. Chance also shared that Aaron is working on covering a month of his rent, $550 a month, which is in the works. As mentioned before, Chance had been living in Denver and feels comfortable there, wanting to distance himself from LA and Scientology's heavy presence. He found a friend who used to be his roommate and offered him a room for $550 a month. With over $2,000 now in his pocket, Chance is less stressed about his immediate future as he looks for a job and waits for paychecks. I am so proud of this community for providing such impactful help to Chance. And honestly, I'm proud of myself for spending hours every day organizing everything. Now, regarding the two foundations, I reached out to both in a state of desperation without affiliation to either. I wanted to get Chance help as fast as possible, and I was willing to put aside any differences or feelings with critics involved to ensure that he got what he needed. Chance believed he was denied by the Aftermath Foundation for not having references, quote, unquote. This was about 3 to 4 weeks ago when he was seeking assistance to escape Scientology with some references lined up, which is a smart way to do this. Leave with a plan, not just blindly. Unfortunately, the cult kicked him out after investigating him and forcing him in over his phone, where they discovered he had been in contact with suppressive persons, his mom and grandmother, and saw explicit messages with men on Tinder. Chance is understandably embarrassed by this, but felt I needed to clarify since lies are being spread. They accuse him of, quote, suppressive acts, being gay, talking to SPPs, making Reddit posts, and contacting the Aftermath Foundation. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading just for reference. I think it's good to have the whole context. Um, how's everybody doing? I'm gonna switch over and look. Everybody okay? Okay. Thank you, Georgie, for being here. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's keep reading. Since I figured Aftermath had denied him, I reached out to the SBTV Foundation. Aaron responded within 12 hours and spoke to both me and Chance, confirming Chance's story was true and horrific. Aaron immediately helped securing a flight to Denver, giving him $300 in cash, and now working on paying a month's rent for him. For that, I'm deeply grateful. Let me be clear. I have no ties to Aaron, SBTV, or Aftermath. What has Aftermath done? They've texted me demanding I remove posts where I talk about them, asking me to delete comments about Bruce Hines, etc. I'll show screenshots of these messages in a future video. But instead of asking how Chance is or offering any help, they've stalled, delayed, and provided zero assistance, no money, no advice. Their mission is to help people escape Scientology, yet there was a homeless man with $12 and they did nothing. I've never spoken ill of them, only stated the truth. They even shared information about a private applicant, Chance, with a random person on Reddit. And this random person was Stephanie Hutchinson, by the way, which is highly unethical. And I agree 100%. That's me talking. But again, I'm not tied to any of these groups. The most help has come from you all and me, raising thousands of dollars for Chance. Chance will answer more questions on his video, but until I get that edited, here's a bit more background. He was a staff member, not Sea Org, just regular staff at the Denver org, where he got a call in January from LA asking him to join the Sea Org after being in Scientology since 2022. So he's been in for 2 years. They flew him to LA on a one-way ticket, and after a few weeks, he left without notice. They sweet-talked him in late August to come back and join the Sea Org, praising his high IQ and potential. He signed a Sea Org contract and flew back to LA. However, he started second-guessing everything and panicked. He found my, quote, gay in Scientology TikToks. I have 60,000 followers there, and messaged me on Instagram for help. He wasn't some homeless guy getting recruited. He had prepaid accommodations at the Scientology hotel, expecting to move into Sea Org housing after completing the Purif, which took weeks and maxed out his credit cards. And Mingo goes on to talk a little bit about his own history, and then he puts down ways to help, shares that information. He says, I'll keep everyone posted on his progress, update you when he gets to his new home in Denver. In the comments, please write supportive messages to Chance. I told him I'd request this from everyone so he can read the comments here when he feels down to see how much love and support there is right now for him around the country and even internationally. Yes, if you don't mind going over to that community page and just giving, writing a comment in support of Chance, and I keep wanting to call him Chase, in support of Chance, and just giving him a little bit of encouragement, and let him know where you're from. I think that would be really, really cool and interesting since we have people from all over the world. I think that would be awesome. So, all right, I'm going to remove this. I'm still going to refer to it a little bit. Yeah, so I think this is a really good example of someone setting aside their differences and just jumping in to help, right? So I think this is amazing and wonderful. This is what I'm here for. I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all. So, yeah, like I said, I think this is a great example. And, Mango keeps reiterating the fact that he has no ties to either the Aftermath Foundation, the SPTV Foundation. He just reached out on behalf of this, this young man, and the SPTV Foundation came through. I just want to say I was kind of horrified that Stephanie Hutchinson had all this information. That's just wrong. I don't care who you are. I mean, giving out information about someone's personal application, someone who has been traumatized, who has been thrown out on the street, that's just not done. I don't know if that's legal. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's listed in their code of conduct that they use to kick Aaron out. But I mean, come on. Why haven't they made a statement about it? Why are they giving information to Stephanie, who got a lot of it wrong, and saying that there was no such thing as this gentleman, which there was, and then sharing information about the date of his application and all that? That's just wrong. That's just horrible. So, yeah, I have left, I put down that bone. I have not been, chewing on that Aftermath Foundation bone for a while, and I honestly, guys, I was starting to really about maybe sending the money at some point. I mean, they seem to be doing better. They seem to be decent, No, it's like, I guess it hasn't changed. I guess it hasn't changed. And that's not to say that I think that the SBTV Foundation is perfect. I have some questions myself, and I'll go on record as saying that I personally believe that they need to make a statement, do a FAQ, do some type of panel, do some type of pre-recorded video, something, anything. Yeah, so I will go on record as saying that I would like to see that. I'm nobody. I have no influence. I'm just one person out of literally thousands. But yeah, I think that a lot of these things can be pretty much explained pretty easily, just show us the proof, right? I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Stakeholders, they want to know where their money's going. And, and I don't think they really have anything to hide from what I've seen. I think the SBTV Foundation is doing their best. They're doing what they can. And honestly, having 12 board members, that was a pretty big board. It was a pretty large board. And I'll say my nonprofit that I started, what has been incorporated for over 4 years now, and or as a 501c3. It's on the books. You can see my EIN number. I don't broadcast the EIN number because it's too easy. If people see it, they can basically impersonate your company or your nonprofit. So if they have to do their own thing if they want to, find my EIN number. But yeah, I have nothing to hide, and it doesn't bother me that well, it does bother me that 4 people left because they're upset. But as far as having 12 people, having 8 people, it's pretty normal. I mean, I incorporated with 7 board members. Well, I was 6. I was a 7th, and there's only one other original board member still left on my board. I still talk to all the other board members. I mean, it wasn't like a big there was only one that kind of left, upset at us. But other than that, and I know she'll, we're fine personally, but yeah, I don't think that that's like a big red flag. I really don't. I think that any friendships and interpersonal relationships, I don't want to know. I don't know what's going on as far as how they operate. Yeah, that's something that's separate. I can separate the entity from the personal relationships. So that's just how I feel about it. Okay. Oh wow, we got 15 comments. Okay. Um, I love this. All we are saying is give Chance some peace. Yes. Yes, give the guy some peace already. Chance, not Chase. Okay, I gotta get, yeah. TKK, I don't know who's calling me. No idea. Steve Mango told Doug about this years ago. Yeah, I remember, I think it was even last summer he did a video with Doug. I'm sure I remember that. James Steele, who in their right mind would sneak into a bear den and start acting like a Rodney? Nobody that wanted to get out alive anyway. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. Steve Spear, Steve did a great job for someone who has never given that kind of support before. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah. And again, I'll take it for what it's worth, you know. Um, CC comment, years ago, Steven spoke public about an upset he had with another ex. This was looked out as third-party natter criticalness. All bad signs in the bubble. Our Doug is one ex who listened. Yeah. I think I do remember that. And yeah, again, everyone has their own right to speak their own truth. And I don't, I don't have any issues with the guy. I don't know him. And it sounds like he had a really rough time and he's got some very serious health issues right now. And he's still willing to help, even with chronic pain. And I know what that feels like. And it's not fun at all. So, okay. Steve Spira, the SPTV Foundation is doing what it set out to do, and it warms my heart. Yes, I agree. I think, I don't think we can fault them for what they did, Survive the Kool-Aid. I love that. I'm so impressed at how everyone came together and helped out. Aaron did what he's always said he would do via the SPTV Foundation. This is truly a heartwarming moment. Yeah. And I think I don't think I know I've heard Aaron say that he doesn't want to complicate this whole thing. He wants to just raise money and give money out. That's a little too simplistic, I think, but I know he knows there's a lot more to it. But yeah, they're working to get the structure going, and they're adding things, they're probably subtracting things and working it out. It's a new nonprofit, but they have done a lot of good already. So I commend them for that. And as far as the EIN number and all that, I mean, I have faith that it will be published as soon as it goes through the IRS and gets approved, that it'll be published. You can find mine, Berkshire Helping Hands, and yeah, it's not something that I think is necessary unless you need it for tax purposes, but whatever. I think that the timeline is it's held up because it's different times. We filed it's called a 1023 EZ because we weren't planning, and we haven't collected more than $50,000 a year. So we knew we would be under that because it's a very small nonprofit with in a small community. So we did that, and it only took 3 months. So excuse me. And I know that the easy forms are fast tracked. So it could take, upwards of a year or even 15 months. I know that I talked to one of my friends, actually somebody in this space. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but somebody that you know, that you all, most of you know. And when she founded her nonprofit, it's in the medical field, that she said it took 15 months for them to be approved. So just putting it out there for whatever it's worth. Granny G, I checked out Steve's content before contributing. He and Aaron weren't exactly on good terms in the past, right? Yet both stepped up to help Chance. Kudos to both. Yeah. Okay. I think I was on this one. I'll unstar it. All right. Freya the dog comment. Stephanie isn't a board member. No, no. So she really shouldn't be privy to someone else's personal information and to make it public. It's just to quote to quote Serge, in what literal world does this happen? Like, this was my issue. Sorry to raise my voice, but this was my issue with the Aftermath Foundation from the beginning. Doing shit like this, hiring a lawyer to call an advocate, a social worker, and a victim that they're supposed to be helping, a flea and a dog. Hiring a lawyer to do that. Who does that? Who does that? The Aftermath Foundation. Who takes personal information about somebody in need and desperation and broadcasts that on the internet through some unhinged woman? The Aftermath Foundation. I haven't seen the SPTV Foundation do any of that shit. So, again, for what it's worth, breathe, Marilyn. Breathe. See, that just gets my biscuits burning. I can't help it, guys. There's something about it. Just that's why I've kind of like set it down. But again, here we go. Another example. It's very, very unfortunate. Stephanie should not have posted that publicly. She said applicants are kept confidential and then released info. Yeah. Yeah. It's just fucked up. It really is. Like, would she think we were born yesterday? You know? Survived the Kool-Aid. I thought Stephanie parted ways with Aftermath Foundation. And now this, disgusting. It is absolutely horrifically disgusting. And I don't think she parted ways. She just stepped down from being listed on the board. But obviously, she's still what they like to call other people flying monkeys. But yeah, she's a flying monkey. Believe Stephanie is an attack dog. They feed her info. Nothing to be shocked about here. Yeah, I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't shocked, but they never cease to amaze me what they come up with next. George Massey, Steve Mango on YouTube. Thank you very much. Please send your best wishes to Chance. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Granny G comment, all I can say is this guy got help. And yes, at least in part, it is Aaron's fault. Yep, he can take responsibility for that. Angry Me, I work for a nonprofit. We have 18 board members, but we are a very large nonprofit organization. So I think we're the 18 on the board where I work is justified. Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, we collect less than 50,000 a year and usually less than 25,000. So we started with 7 board members. Now we have 5. We have room for more, but we're doing really good with the 5. So I like to have an odd number just in case. We've never had to have like a tiebreaker or anything, but we have had quite a few nay votes, and I like those. I really do. I like to hopefully, think of myself as being approachable, and I have worked out some things. Like, there were some people on my board that were of 2 opposite opinions about politics, and it did kind of spill over a little bit into the work that we were doing. I just said, hey, I had to clean the slate, and I said, listen, go back and read our mission statement. Do you agree with this mission statement? Yes. Do you agree with this mission statement? Yes. Okay. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Again, putting differences aside and help. Maybe I'll change the title of this. Putting our differences aside and jump in and help. That's all I have to say about that. Liz Gale, hi, sweetie. I hope you're feeling better. Oh my God. I feel so bad for you. But it was nice seeing you all cozy in bed the other night on your live, and beautiful headboard, by the way. and your kiddo is so hilarious there. We're all like, listen to your dad, listen to your parents. I love it. Pigs is Pigs 51. Hi there, Marilyn. You are a voice of reason and extremely fair in my view. I try to be. I really thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I know that um I get my feels and I get my emotions sometimes, but I really try to take a step back. And that's a reason why I took yesterday off, because I didn't want to just come out with gangbusters and be like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. It's like, go pet some puppies, touch some grass, right? Peep at some leaves, listen to some good music, come home, pet the puppies again. It was a good day. It was a good day. Itchy Thames, the name so nice. We say it twice. Oh yeah, the name's so nice. We say it twice. Liz, Liz, Gal, Gal. I love that. That's so cute. Asen comment, and there you see how Stephanie's leaving was just cosmetic changes. She's not really left. Yeah. It does make me like physically ill. I don't know why. It just, certain people just burn your biscuits. And listen, she feels the same way about me. Sure. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Joel McQueen, comment regarding aftermath in a word, disappointment. Actions speak loudly. They might need to really look at what they do and say, in my opinion. Yes. And Joel, you're one of many hundreds, if not thousands, of examples of people who donated, supported, helped out the foundation, and yeah, they just called you a name and regarded you, right? They call all of us keyboard warriors and fleas and dogs and all that, and spokes holes, and yeah, it's pathetic. It's very unfortunate. Hey, have people expect perfection from the start. Wrinkles need to be ironed out and they need time to settle. Same people are ridiculous with their judginess. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, you got to give them some time. Yeah. Angry me. I see this a lot lately where people are saying it's not legit because they haven't disclosed their tax information. Working for a nonprofit, you file a nonprofit tax return. Yeah, once a year. Yeah, I think you got caught off, but yeah, right. And I mean, are they wanting the EIN number because they're donating? No. I'm talking about the trolls. I think all the board members should be privy to all the information. In my opinion, I think they all should see be able to see the EIN number, be able to see all that. That's my opinion. And that's pretty much, I think, best practices. But yeah, again, for those that think that I am just completely lock, stock, barrel, agree with Aaron, that I'm his little attack dog, no, I'm not. I'm saying that I think he should step up and clarify some things. Yeah. So if he gets mad at me, wants to scream at me, I mean, he hasn't. I've disagreed with him plenty of times. He's never yelled at me. If he is doing that to people, he needs to stop. But again, that's not really my business. I'm not his mom, and I think that things need to be handled between people. People need to talk to people and deal with it. So, Rika, that was evil of Stephanie. It was, yeah. It just, I don't even have the words. It's evil. It's wrong. It's just disgusting. I mean, far be it from me to tell people not to support a charity, but I I can't put my money at a charity that does that. No fucking way. No way. It's terrible. Angry me. The tax return would be filed in 2025. Yeah, since they are organized in 2024. Right. Right. Um, I assume that their fiscal year is January 1st. And the nonprofit that I founded, our fiscal year ends on June 30th. So it's July 1st is our beginning of our fiscal year. Thank you. You take good care of me. My mods are awesome. Yes, good idea. Time for Zena Marlene to chill out those burning biscuits. That is a fabulous idea. I have coffee today. I got my spatula mug. It says, I dropped my effing spatula. Available in the merch store. Just kidding. Zenu Marlene, everybody, partake. That's awesome. Okay, I feel better already. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Okay. Lone Dinosaur 13. Hey there. How are you? Stephanie needs to find a new hobby and not take up another cause till she deals with herself. She's beyond problematic. Yeah. Ugh. Cringe. Yeah. Ugh. Anyways, Constance June. If I remember correct, the foundation was my going to be announced. The foundation was not going to be announced until 501c3 status was granted. People outside the community looked up and released state filing documents. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Liz G, I am impressed. You were typing in the chat. I know. I know her arms were really tired last night. Itchy Thetans, it's important to see multiple sides of an issue to find the best outcome. Disagreements don't have to be devastating, right? Yeah, disagreements are fine. I I mean I hope, like I said, I want to be I want to be approachable. I I do, my emotions do get kind of involved at times, like was I after my foundation? But um yeah, I think we can agree, we can disagree and work things out, or agree to disagree, and not tear each other down. That's just what I want to see, you know. Hey, it's all retro. Hey there. Hey, Marilyn. So glad I caught a live. Yippee. Oh, well, thank you. I don't understand why the Aftermath Foundation are hiding behind Stephanie Hutchinson. It's so pathetic. She's unhinged and all off her rocker. Yeah. Yeah. I would think they could speak for themselves. And I mean, I could see them being, well, we don't want to come out and share this personal information, but to shuttle it through Stephanie, how is she thinking she's helping them at all? She's making them look borderline criminal. That is so unethical. It's not even funny. It's like, I mean, they're not a medical facility, so it's not really HIPAA, but God, I don't get it. I just, amazed. Yeah. Inappropriate have. Oh, I miss those floofers. You were so good with them. Kiss and snuggle. I will. I will. They were so patient, Hef and Alan, because my dogs are like, they're not for the faint of heart. They are a lot. Well, both of them, but especially Apollo. He's just so wild. He's a what they call a throwback pom. So he's like twice the size of his brothers and sisters and his parents. He's bigger than all of them, and he's a little bit uh, I don't know what you call, like, hyper, like, high strung, and he's got some weird habits. Like, he's not really a lap dog. He doesn't like to sit on your lap and get pet. He likes to go up over your shoulder and grab your hand and make you touch, like, pet his chest. And if you pull your hand away, oh my God. And then whoever's sitting on the couch, like, that's their person, his person, he will sound vicious and guard them. So he got really attached to Hef. So if Alan came over, he was just like, he won't bite, but he's just crazy. Yeah, he's just crazy. Was that you, Georgie? Oh, did I do that? Did I do that? All right. Constance June. Stephanie doesn't even pretend where she got her information. She says it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As if she's proud of it. And wow. Wow. It's just, that's so wrong. It's insane. I don't get it. You probably have. He just laughed at me and admired my natural leaf earrings. Oh my God. Oh, that was Aaron? Yes. Yep. She had some yeah, five pointed leaf earrings on. That's hilarious. Chris 10M comment. It breaks my heart to say this, but I feel a story is more important to the Aftermath Foundation than actually helping people. Breaks my heart. I hope they find their way back to charity soon. And yeah, I hear you. I hear you. That's a valid opinion. Joel McCoy comment. In my opinion, Steffi has proven that she is about as useful as a 4-inch rope. I can't argue with that. Kathy Scoggins, Aaron did exactly what he was supposed to do. He got Chance what he needed, even in a hurricane. Money in, money out for someone in need. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's why I'm happy to be able to give to the foundation, be able to give to Chance as much as I could. And yeah, I think it's money well spent, in my opinion, at least for my own self. Rika, I'm proud of the community and Aaron and the foundation for helping in an emergency. Good work, right? I agree that they did a fabulous job. Constance June, I'm glad all kinds of people came together to help Chance. Yes, and if you'd like to send him a message, you can just comment on Mangotology's on his page on his channel. I get confused. I keep saying page because I've got Facebook stuck in my head. But yeah, if you can send him a message on the community post. So we got Survive the Kool-Aid, member for 3 months. Thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. You're a voice of reason here. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think all of you have helped me kind of ground me, and we bounce things off each other. And like I said in the title, I want there to be hope. There's hope for the future. I think if we can put our differences aside and work to help somebody like Chance, work to get the word out however we can. The protesters, like I mentioned just a few of them earlier, I think they're doing an amazing job. I personally would like to see more of that peaceful protesting. Just my humble opinion, just my preference. It's just my preference to see people that are peacefully protesting. I just think it's more sustainable in the long run as well. So, anyways, let's see if I can get caught up. Believe. What's an EIN number? It stands for employee identification number, and just if you start any type of business, if it's a corporation, on a for-profit corporation, an LLC, limited liability company, a nonprofit 501c3, everyone has you are required, after you incorporate, you're required to file with the IRS and request an EIN number in order to open a bank account. You can't open a bank account in a business name without an EIN number. So that was something that our, what we did, which is kind of funny, but we needed $1,400 to incorporate it. We had a lawyer that was willing to do it for $1,000, which was a steal at that point. And he gathered all the information from us. We sat down one day and we went through everything. We signed everything. We did all the incorporation papers, everything, got the EIN. Took him 5 minutes to get the EIN number. He sent it all out, and then we got the letter. It was over 3 months after that. So the $400 was for filing for filing fees, or $450 or something like that. But I think it's gone up now, but that's what it was. So that's a long answer to your question. All right, who else we got here? Eaglewood, hi there, good to see you. We got Ushi Burmy. Hey there. Hey, Violet L. Good to see you. We've got, oh, Eric, I'm glad you're still here. Oh, that's okay. I knew what you, oh, voice to text, Aaron. Yeah. Some people say it like Aaron. I remember that helicopter asked me, she's like, "Is it Aaron or Aaron?" And I was like, "Well, we say Aaron." At least in my neck of the woods. So it's like a combination. So I could see how voice to text would pick that up and put it and make it Aaron. Yeah. Oh, my 5 month. Oh, 5 month. Oh boy, bless you. My 5 month old Palm is part Billy Goat. I can't keep her off my desk. Oh boy. Yeah. Mine are too. They're very well fed. I think. Well, Apollo could jump up here if he wanted to. He has jumped on the bed in front of me, and that's about the same height. Actually, he's pretty high bed. So, but Rocky, he doesn't have a lot of ambition to do any of that. But he can get up on the couch, but he can't get down. So, eh, hey, Eric. I don't know anything about foundations, but there some reason why we can't see a running total of what has been raised and what is in the bank and how many people have been helped? Um, no, I don't see there's any reason why you can't. Most nonprofits do it once. Well, you have to with a 990 do it once a year, where you do a overall breakdown. Like what I do is like, well, not me, but the CPA that's been handling our taxes. There's, and you might have seen a video. I will address this real quick. I have a community post. Maybe it's a week or two back, explaining something that happened. But as we know, the IRS, they can be really kooky, and we have a CPA. He's very very reputable. He works with lots of nonprofits. He was doing our taxes pro bono, and for some strange reason, the the way he was doing it, it went through the first year or two, but then for some reason, somebody dropped the ball. We pretty much tracked it to the IRS and the way that they were receiving the filings. So, anyways, it's all set. We're back on track. They did some auto revocation or whatever of our tax exempt status. They retroactively made it to where it's smooth. There was never any part where anybody could have given been given trouble for claiming and on their taxes. So we're all set. But I said all that to say this, that when you file once a year, like we do a breakdown of what we receive for donations, what was in the kitty to begin with, how many people we've helped. I mean, we just put that in there. You have to put all your information of the board members, things like that, which I don't publish any of that publicly, like because it has their address and everything, but the board members and all that and how it's broken down. During the year, you could choose to do that, but I know that Aaron did say that the SPTV Foundation raised about $50,000 in the first, 6 or 8 months or whatever that it's been going. I think they started fundraising, I think in March. So I know people that have come public, so they've helped at least 4 people so far. I believe there's more. I don't know. We do, like, when you uh there's so much. We used to get some grants. Now we just pretty much collect from the community that we live in. But when you get a grant, usually when writing grants is such a pain. It's a big undertaking. When you write a grant, you're usually required to present a project and numbers reach that you want to reach, and you have to go back and pretty much present what you did with the money. And if you don't use the money for the right reasons, they will ask for it back. And that's how it is with any grant. That's how that I know of, anyways. And that's how it was with the liability form, and that some of the second gens have been helped have put out there. Yeah, I think it's pretty standard. It's just basically telling you that you need to use it for the purpose for which you were granted the money. Seems reasonable to me. But yeah, again, that's a long answer to your question. Sorry, I need more coffee. Oh, there's a There's a fairy in the chat. Hi. The chat fairy. I love it. Tanya, are you there? Good to see you. Okay, I'll go back to the start. Purple light. Beyond being unethical, the disclosure of personal information lets people know that it isn't safe for people to apply if they don't want their information publicized. I know, this is absolutely gross. It's so gross. There was a way, there was a way for the Aftermath Foundation to clarify that without giving personal information like that, and dates and times and then passing it to some unhinged troll, just disgusting. It's beyond unbelievable, really. Asen, who in their right mind would apply for help at the Aftermath Foundation if you know the information goes to Stephanie and will be dragged through World Wide Web with as much misinformation as possible? Yeah, I agree. Lathanda, hey there. The actions of the two foundations showed us all we need to know about them. Exactly. 100% agree. I agree. Beautiful British Columbia. Hey there. I've never heard of any charity opening its books apart from once yearly. Yeah. No, I haven't either. I mean, I said that they could if they wanted to, but I don't think it's common practice. I've never seen that. So, and Aaron did say that once they file their taxes, that the EIN number would be released. So, um, yeah, I don't see a problem with that myself. Kimberly in Japan, almost midnight. Oh, wow. Over here. I need to go back to catch up. Just dropping in to say hi. Hey there. So glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Mischief Man. Oh my God. Thank you, Mischief. Oh my God. Thank you for all you do. You're so generous and with your time. And thank you. I got 5 new cups. Yay. Okay, what do I say? It's raining cups. Hallelujah. It's raining cups. Amen. Thank you. Oh my God, more. Oh, Quirkalophagus. Hi there, friend. Thank you so much. 5 new cups. I got 10 cups. What? It's raining cups. Hallelujah. It's raining cups. Amen. I love you guys. I know. Thanks for putting up with all my quirks and my off-tune singing, all my weird karaoke songs and all that. Have got to hear me sing. Well, the boys were having me. They called me up to sing half of "I Will Survive," but then a girl that had jumped on like a cajon, she had a really beautiful voice. She sang it. She just kind of belted it out. So they're like, "Okay, Mom, we're gonna bring you up, give you a different song." So I sang "Boots," and of course I thought of Liz Gale. But yeah, that was really really fun. Stay Spirit annually tends to be the way. It takes time to put that stuff together each time. So I'd rather they use that time helping people rather than giving extra updates on it. Yeah, I agree. And there's been plenty of people that have come out publicly. That's their prerogative to do that. It's sometimes hard. Oh, yeah. Alan Valentine, seen you sing karaoke. You did great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll admit I was nervous, but yeah, and keeping in mind to what Stace said, that these are all volunteers, they're not getting paid, so they're doing this, their free time, and yeah, I think that's a lot of work, to say the least. So, hey, see you later, Joel. Glad you're here. You were here. Thank you for everything. AK weather. What do you mean by peaceful protest? Um, well, what's the opposite of peace? Violence. Yeah. I think sometimes it can be avoided. Other times it can't be. As far as things like getting arrested, some people get arrested and they didn't do anything to warrant being arrested. Some people may have. In my opinion, this is my opinion, and people could say, "Oh, you haven't gotten your ass out there and done it." I have protested for other things. I've just basically held a sign. And stood there and was a witness and just yeah, just stood there in protest. If people want to scream at people, that's their prerogative, but it's not something I support. So I think screaming and insulting people and yelling at children when you're saying that you're supporting the children and then you're calling them names and intimidating them, that's just not my it's not my bag. It's not That's not the vibe for me. So yeah, I guess you could look up what peaceful protest means, but to me, I think it's a little more sustainable. So, in my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. I'm not even saying I'm right. It's just what comes to me. And yeah, it's just my opinion. I'm just one person. Listen, you saying Aaron and Aaron. Yeah, Aaron and Aaron. Yeah, they do sound the same. They sound pretty much the same in my ears, to be honest. Yeah. There's a tiniest differentiation. Just tiny. Hey, Cricket Cinema. Good to see you, friend. Glad you're here. It's going down the line here. Atkins in Texas. Dang, whenever I've donated to anything, it's not about the write off. Don't care about that. It's about trying to help. Yeah. Same here. Um, with us, we've only had a couple of requests for the EIN number, and it was usually from a corporation, or when we were writing grants, or a large donation from a private person. But other than that, it's never been required of us. A lot of people don't bother. So comment, hey, we're here for your quirks and your half tune singing. Don't agree, and your huge heart. Thank you. It's like a cozy living room where we all sit down with our tea or coffee and cushy couches. Yes. Thank you for saying that, because it's exactly what my vision for the channel was I like to focus, of course, on bringing down the cult, talking about cults, of spreading the awareness of cults and the damage they do, but also a lot about recovery, a lot about just interacting and talking about things and working through things, because I didn't know how the real world worked. I didn't know what works for people. I know what didn't work is what I was taught, you know? So yeah, I think we're all kind of learning together. I hope I've learned a lot from you all. So thank you for putting up with my half tune singing. You're awesome, Hyson. Oh, Violet, I'll seal clap. Yes, still clap, still clap. Yeah. Oh, and hot chocolate. I don't think I had hot chocolate once last year. Like, it's hot chocolate season's coming. And pumpkin spice season. What do you guys think about pumpkin spice? I I do like I usually go on like up. Oh, I see you, George. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you like pumpkin spice, put a 2 if you don't like it. And a 3 if you're just kind of like undecided. I think I would put a 3, because not all pumpkin spice is created equal, in my opinion. I think I could deal with Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice, but just a little, maybe 1 a year. Just like when I was a kid, we used to get those shamrock shakes around St. Patrick's Day, and they were mint, and they were like, yeah, what was his name? Grimace? I don't know. But anyways, we used to get those shamrock shakes, and 1 a year was enough for me, but I always had to get it. Listen, screaming triggers me. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that doesn't appeal to me at all. And I certainly don't want to watch a 2, 3, 4 hour stream of someone screaming. That's just not my bag. Mm. Evil Blue Eye. I haven't went out much, but I have definitely affected some businesses around my town. Good. Yeah. Cricket said, I'm still waiting to meet a normal person. Yeah. Helicopter should sing Waterloo. I don't know what that is. Oh, Waterloo Sunset. Okay. I was like, is that like a ABBA song? I know she hates ABBA. Yeah. Rika, when someone starts screaming, a shut all the way down. Yeah, I agree. Nobody should be screaming. Curriculophagus, 3, not undecided. Okay. So 1, you like it. A lot of undecided. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Oh geez, I don't know. Can someone count up and see what wins? It just seems so even. 1s, 2s, 3s. Pumpkin does not belong in coffee. I hear you. Hey, Linda Scott, you're brave, direct, and very kind. Keeping you. Thank you, Linda. I really appreciate that. That gives me a lot of hope and encouragement. Love that. Oh, you love anything mint? Have you ever had birch beer? It's not beer. It's not alcoholic, but I had some for the first time the other day when Hef and Alan and Duncan and I we went leaf peeping. The leaves are better now actually than a week ago, but we went to this place called Pownell View Barn and I got for the first time in years a birch beer and it's like mint soda. But it's really good. I don't know. I like it. It was a very nostalgic because I used to get it when I was a kid. James Dale, I think a good metaphor for life would be someone trying to stand in a hammock. I hear you. I hear you. Still got some votes coming. Evil Blue Eye, 1. Okay. There's a lot of pumpkin spice lovers here. Yeah. Now, okay, look at this. I love this. Rika, mischief. We disagree on a lot of things. Okay, that's fine. But we can agree that I agree with you. The pumpkin should not be in coffee. See, I can find things that unite. Now, that is the comment of the day. I love it. I love it. And I really like both of you. Rika, mischief, Rika, mischief. Yes, we can all agree here. What happens in other chats or other creators' channels, that can stay there. But here, we can all find some common ground, you know. Oh, ooh, I'm a sucker for Bailey's Irish cream. I had Hef's probably gonna laugh. So Hef and I, we went out to lunch with Duncan Allen. Can't remember what day it was last week, and we went to this place called Freight Yard Pub. It's like in a freight yard, under a bridge where like trains go by, and we had a chocolate espresso, something martini. And then I had one yesterday at another place, an Italian restaurant. And I'm telling you, I'm a sucker for coffee, Bailey's, and what's the other thing? I think it was Kahlua. Yeah, it's basically like a White Russian, but with espresso vodka, I think. So anyways, for those in recovery, I don't want to keep talking about alcohol, but yeah, we just had one. Chaya fabulosis. Shouldn't protesters see streets as their leader, technically speaking, or at least equally accountable? Um, I I don't know. I don't think he considers himself a leader of the other protests. He's just doing his thing. He offers support where he can. If he had like a foundation for protesters, say like legal funds, I could see him being a leader of that, but I don't see him leader of the whole protesting movement. He doesn't seem to get involved in all the how the sausage is made, all the little interpersonal things. Yeah, technically speaking, or at least equally accountable. Good question. Accountable. I think everyone's accountable for their own actions, honestly. I don't see him as accountable for the whole movement or what the other protests do. And again, if you're alluding to Aaron being a leader, I think he's a lead, he's in charge of his channel and he's in charge of being the president of a foundation, but he ain't in charge of me. He ain't in charge of you. He ain't in charge of my channel. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I do what I want on my own channel. He doesn't know what I'm going to say. He doesn't know who I'm going to interview. Yeah, I don't. I personally don't see that. But I do see him as being a leader, but I don't see him as being the leader. That's just my opinion. Eagle Blue, I didn't care for the hot pumpkin spice, but iced pumpkin spice is amazing. I wonder how that works. Have you ever had I haven't. I'm just asking, is there like a such thing as like pumpkin ice cream? Because I had maple ice cream this week. I had yeah, maple creamy. Oh, for me, it's hazelnut syrup in my coffee season. I get it. I like caramel swirl myself. I like that. And I don't know if many of you know Philosophy. She's in a lot of the chats. She's from New Zealand. She sent me this amazing package of like all the things from New Zealand this spring. And I finally made the sticky toffee pudding last night. It's so good because I'm trying to start my diet again today because I was like when I had company I was like nah no diet for me this week. So I was like okay I'm gonna make it so we can taste it and I'll give the rest to the kids. But it was really, really good. It's like it's like a cake batter, and you put it in the like a big ramekin or pie dish or something. I put it in like a nice stoneware pie dish, and you mix that up with like eggs and stuff. The conversion, it took me forever to figure out the milliliters. I was like calling it out to Duncan, and he was googling it. So like I don't know if I got the measurements right but we did our best, but it came out really, really good. But it has like the batter, and then you make the toffee topping, and you just pour it, and you bake it all together. And oh my god, it's so 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 good. It tastes like yeah, it tastes like cake with like a liquid form of like Werther's original caramels. That's how it tastes like to me. So good. Sorry, Georgie, I see you down there. It's like you could go if you want, honey. I know it's been over an hour. I don't want to bore you to death. You guys are really patient. Oh, he said, remember, my roots are in Turkey. Mint is in anything and everything. Just try Greek yogurt with mint and garlic and dip fries into. Okay, Greek yogurt with mint and garlic, dip fries into it. That sounds really good. I would totally do that. Yes, I don't mind mint at all. Oh, okay. It's concentration pose. Strict pose, Georgie. I just love to pick on him. It's so much fun. So much fun. Eric Rader, we will never grow if the public sees us cursing out the staff or Sea Org members. Yeah, I agree with you, and you would know even way more than I would what would work and what is effective. So yeah, and I think Eric, you've done a great job of advocating for ex Scientologists, for the protesters, kind of bringing people together, and yeah, I think that you get more bees with honey. And I'll be honest, just for myself, I am much more apt to support someone who is more even keeled and more peaceful about it. I think that sometimes people that shout and scream and then justify it and then kind of come on the scene like gangbusters and kind of telling everybody else how to act. It's like no, that's not somebody that I probably will give my time, money, eyeballs, and ears and support to. That's just all how I feel about that. My Sharona, the only quote perfumed, as I call it, coffee or tea I can stand is Snickerdoodle coffee. What's that? Or Earl Grey? Yes, I like Earl Grey tea. Otherwise, it's a no for me. Oh, okay. Earl Grey is flavored, is perfume. I always just think, I mean, yeah, I shouldn't say that because I know all black tea is not created equal at all. Um, I I have this huge thing of Yorkshire tea that I keep filling my little box that Kelly gave me, and then George sent me a whole mother load of Yorkshire tea, and then I don't want to get it wrong. I want to say it might have been Constance June that sent me the gold version of the Yorkshire tea. So I've been kind of alternating. They are a little bit different, but sometimes I'm in the mood for the gold tea, and sometimes I use the regular tea. CC, I got locked in an antique shop once. I drank their half case of Irish cream. Happy member. So you got locked in a is it antique or antic? I don't know what this. Drink their half case of Irish cream. Yeah, okay. I would probably do that if I got locked. If I got locked in somewhere with a bottle of Irish cream, yeah, I'd be happy for quite a while. But yeah, that would not survive. And not survive. Stasia, Flonase, I think they overuse pumpkin spice when it's just a combination of spices. Make people spend extra money for what? Cinnamon, cloves, and ginger. Yeah, basically. That's true. Most times it's ruined by nutmeg. Oh, wrong. Nutmeg is so strong. Like when I make French toast, I put a little bit, just the tiniest hint of nutmeg because if you go by a recipe, there's certain things that ruin a recipe. Too much nutmeg, when you're making something savory, too much, what's that song? Uh, Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Sage, rosemary, and thyme, oh, like they can be way overdone. Like on Thanksgiving. Mm. So, at one point, you put too much in it, it starts to, I don't know, smell like mold to me, or something just musty, like somebody's musty attic. But a little hint of it is good, I think. In my humble opinion, I'm giving a lot of opinions about everything today. Uh, CC, unbiased is a talent. I think you earned a degree at least. Thank you. Thank you. But obviously, I have a lot of very passionate opinions when it comes to parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Although I do like parsley. I don't like cilantro. I think we had that cilantro talk before, but yeah, anybody's free to put in their 2 cents about any of those things. Oh no, 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 no! it's, it's. I mean, yeah, it was, but ugh, I hate that word. We already had a discussion about that word today. I sent a picture in the mod chat of the package, and Stace Beria blew up the word moist. I'm like, no, don't do that. We have lots of fun. She's already been up for 5 hours when I wake up, I think. So yeah, we have a lot of fun. All right, let me go to the start. I'm being CC question, where do you see remarks from Stephanie Hutchinson? Maybe she's making up her assumptions and she didn't get Aftermath Foundation inside info. It's just hard to believe they share info not approved by the applicant. Right. Burning biscuits. Yes. I guess it was I would guess it was in Reddit. You know, I'll tell you, it was actually Mango that sent me the screenshots, but other people sent me screenshots as well. I don't go in Reddit. I don't want to, yeah, it's for my own yeah, it's not fun in there. So I would really wouldn't recommend it, but that's where it was. If you really want to see it, that's where it is. Oh, I think some of these are already read. All right. Pumpkins. Oh, right. Pumpkin spice is not pumpkin in coffee. These are the similar spices used in pumpkin. Right, right. So, yeah, there's not actual pumpkin in there. I mean, pumpkin does have a flavor, but you think of pumpkin as tasting like pumpkin spice. Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, they overuse that. I agree. He said, I don't get the need to declare a leader for anything, to be honest. If you want to be an activist, why do you need someone who make rules for you or tell you what to do? Right, right. And I think that was a problem when I think the scales fell off and people realized that for lack of a better word, the narrative was a certain way. And when the second gens, and that's why even right now, when there's a lot of unrest, there's a lot of people kind of emoting on screen. That's their prerogative. I don't have to agree with them. I will fight for their right to do that. I think that's up to them. It's up to them. But yeah, I agree. I think that nobody needs to be telling anybody else what to do. And you vote with your eyeballs, your money, and your ears and your time. So, yeah. Hey, there you are. So glad you're here, Bo Beats. Excuse me, but Rodney does not like to be ignored. Yes. Rodney, hey there. Oh, did I ignore you? I'm sorry. I'm like going from the start to the live chat and I'm missing a lot. Oh, Earl Grey has bergamot in it. Okay. I like it. That's all I know is I like it. CC, kudos for Stephen for giving chance. Yes. Give chance, a place to reach help. Stephen has contributed hundreds of hours exposing the Scientology abuses. He was one among the few. He helped me enormously. Well, that's good to know. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. And yeah, I'm very grateful for what he's done. I think that's amazing. Granny J, I love pumpkin spice. I'm not sure this is a safe space anymore. I'm sorry. I know people, there's certain hot button issues that people I feel very strongly passionate about. And I guess pumpkin spice might be one of them. Yep. It's funny, just one thing will get us going, right? Chaya Fabulous. I was pointing out the fallacy in declaring Aaron as a leader. By their logic, they should see Streets as a leader as well, right? That's kind of where I was thinking that's where you were going. Yeah. They're looking for a leader to hold accountable. I agree. Making a leader is, as Giorgio would say, right? He likes to go like this to me. Can I get a thumbs up, Giorgio? I'll go too. Thank you. Wow. I like that. Mary Reno, I love Yorkshire and Yorkshire gold tea. Yeah, made a pot of it earlier. Now I want some. I think I'm going to make some because this coffee is getting a little cold. But cheers, everyone. Zena Marlene. Oh my God. Asen. Yeah, this was so confusing. I don't get the measurements with cups and all. Not everything measured in cups has the same weight. That triggers the wish to be exact as German and me. Yeah. What was it? It was like something trying to remember I can't remember the exact milliliters, but we were trying to figure out how much milk. I think it was like I can't remember how many milliliters, but it turned out to be like a half a cup, which that was pretty straightforward. But then the cream that in the toffee part, I had to do it wasn't quite a cup, but it was over 3/4 of a cup. So that was tricky, very tricky to figure it out, but it came out good. So I guess I just had to like just estimate. So hey, Amber. Hi there. My husband likes to make the joke, oh, good, it's October, and AutoZone has pumpkin spice brake pads. Just that, right. Everything is pumpkin spice. That reminds me, thinking of AutoZone. Yeah. It's gonna be tune-up weather. It's gonna be the studded snow tire weather pretty soon. We'll have to think about that. If we don't get in to switch our tires to the snows, as Duncan calls them, the studded snow tires, before like November, well, there can be a fine. Well, not a fine for that, but a fine for having them in the spring. You gotta have them off at a certain time. But putting them on, if you go to the tire places, it's like out to the road, the line. So you have to make an appointment, go really, really early. It's crazy because we tend to procrastinate, but we got to think about that. Yeah, cilantro equals up. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It just tastes like it's just sort of yeah, soap and stinky feet. Yeah. I staged the house through cooking. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should stage this house. I've never done that. No, I don't actually know what it smells like that way. I mean, I like the smell of it. It's just too much on my palate is too much, I think. Well, the song is really good. That's right. All right, we have any more to start? Oh my God, I know. Your roads are scary already. I'd be terrified to drive them in ice and snow. Yeah. Hef can tell you in the holler here, there's a lot of what we call snake walks, and there's a lot of spots that they don't have a guardrail, and it's like high up, and it's just like it's like a ravine. It just goes down. Nobody will find you. So I don't usually go up there in the winter. I have to really have a good reason, and I definitely don't go during a blizzard. It's so scary. It really is awful. Oh yeah. Don't worry, babe. I got your back. Right. Yeah. George's the best driver in the whole wide world. That's what I heard from Hef. Yeah. All right. Sorry if I missed any of you. Oh, Sophia's here. Hey there, friend. Great to see you. Twins with TKK. That's awesome. Oh boy, we're pulling out all the stops today. Jeez. Pumpkin spice versus pineapple pizza. I I don't know. I haven't had it in so long, so I almost can't even remember. I think I did like it, but my family is so anti pineapple pizza. I should try it just for the heck of it. Yeah. Honestly, guys, I kind of like sweet and savory. That's something I do like, so I could deal with that. Jason, besides, you are creating a mess with all the cups used. Put your bowl on a scale and put everything in. I did buy a scale. You know what? All right. I will do that next time. I will try that out. It does make sense. It's just something I've never done before, so it feels a little bit like intimidating. If that sounds crazy or not, but this sounds pretty crazy. Curry banana pizza is too political. I'm offended. Oh, yes. Oh, yikes. That's yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess it could be okay. Pineapple pizza with cilantro? No, no. All right, now you people are definitely offended me. That's it. I'm going to cut the stream. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. If anybody wants to get a hold of me, you're welcome to email me at coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. And yeah, leave a message in the comments just to say hi if you're on the replay. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye. Zenu, Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.
Like the blood